Now, the hits, they just keep coming for NAR. These guys, they can't get out of their own way. So the latest and greatest is the Park City, Utah Board of Realtors announced that it would no longer enforce the clear cooperation rule that NAR has mandated since 2020. Now, in case you don't know what the clear cooperation rule is, it's this. It states that a realtor must put that listing on the multiple listing system within 1 day of taking that listing. Now, Park City said, no thank you. I don't think we want to do that. On timing, don't you think? I wonder why they would do this. I don't know. Oh, well, maybe or perhaps it's because it doesn't want to get into any trouble when it comes to marketing the property with a buyer side commission outside of the multiple listing system, which some MLSs are doing. You see, by putting your property into the multiple listing system, I guess some can say that the agent and the broker then must comply with all the other NAR and multiple listing system rules, which of course are overreaching, and tell a realtor what they can and can't do when it comes to their marketing on that property that they just listed. By the way, the show I did last week, I talked about this. NAR actually has in its very own bylaws, it says no MLS, state association, or national association can get in between a broker, the agent, and that seller, provided everything is ethical. They're so overreaching their own guidelines, it's unbelievable. Well, the big one we're talking about right now is commissions and that silly little lawsuit they had out in Missouri. This thing, by the way, is falling apart at the seams. Now, here's the even funnier part. NAR is under investigation for its clear cooperation rule from the Department of Justice, proving the simple fact that NAR must have the most inept legal team, as they can't walk down the road of any policy without stepping on all the landmines that are put in front of them. Of course, from a real estate agent and even broker perspective, you do understand this point, right? All of this stuff, I mean, all of it, it just goes away if you and your broker just quit NAR. I mean, ask yourself, with all the forms of mass communication that we have right now and marketing, do you really even need your antiquated MLS? I mean, you're a multiple listing system, and I know a lot of these. I worked with them with Listing Booster for over a decade, all across the country. They are all like 8-track tapes in a download world, and they still think they can push you around, create insane rules and regulations, and that you're going to obediently follow them because, well, you always have. That is, of course, until you say enough is enough, and you really have to understand that point. It's not a matter of, if this is going to happen, guys. It's really just a matter of when. By the way, the Freddie Mac 30-year fixed rate mortgage rate right now average has surged up to an astounding 6.34%, which is a pretty good rate if you're working for a regional banking operation, right? Brokers, let's just be honest. Brokers, well, we always destroy the Freddie Mac 30-year average. Now, I know you have a sales manager, if you're working for a regional bank, that is always telling you, don't sell rate. And they're right. I agree. I agree to sell value. I totally get it. I just can't help but notice that it's always the same high-rate shops that sell this message. Loan officers, I've always been an advocate for you guys. Then here's the deal. Rates, they don't matter until they do matter. Secondly, why wouldn't you want great rates? I mean, if you have a choice, wouldn't you rather have great rates? It's kind of like, hey, would you like to get punched in the stomach or not get punched in the stomach? There's no real choice there. I mean, if they're both on the board, and they are. And finally, if it's because you say, for those great rates, your company gives you a bunch of bells and whistles, all of which, by the way, they own, and all the information you put in there. But listen, I don't know. You can go get Broker Plus right now. Go ahead and do it. I just get it if you want to. I don't care who you are. It's your point of sale, loan operating system, e-signature, completely mobile enhanced, with a built-in CRM that automatically feeds my loan apps into my CRM on a 2-year program. It's got BombBomb-like functionality, built-in campaigns, along with unlimited personal text codes for marketing that all come on landing pages with your videos and your 1003 on them, and a whole bunch more. You can get that for $99. I don't want to hear about somebody's tech stack. Here's the truth about tech. It's gotten easy, but more importantly, it's gotten cheap. Antiquated is not the way to go. I mean, all of it is there. What else do you want? The fact is, though, rates don't matter high or low unless your heads are in the game 100%, because that's what this market calls for. That's what this market requires. For those that are, This market, I'm telling you right now, it is perfectly fine exactly where it is. So let's finish with a flare and a couple of quick shots. Did you know that 1 in 4 Americans struggle with housing costs according to the Census Bureau? That means debt consolidation loans and refinances. Even at higher interest rates, they'll take them. And of course, HELOCs. I know they're not sexy, but they're effective. Block out time and work this. Listings worth less than what I bought it for. Do you hear this, Phoenix and other markets? It's worth less, and oh, your rate probably stinks too, because that's when this was at the highest. You're probably in the 7s and the 8s, and you can't do a damn thing about it. That is unless you short sell your property. This is a chance for our now seasoned real estate agents to shine because you remember the last market. But for all other agents, you need to take a class in understanding how to take a listing on a short sale when a bank is actually your client. They're a pain in the ass, but you need to understand it, especially if we're going to get more of these things, and we are going to get more. And right now, California, Florida, Arizona, and Texas, your number has been called. So get ready for some short sales. And finally, speaking of being stuck in your home, this is my favorite story for the day. This one is so awesome. And it brings me back to my home state, the insane asylum that we all call the state of California. Here we go. A Los Angeles woman is being dropped by her insurance company over an oak tree that's in her front yard. The city says it's a protected oak tree and it cannot be removed and it cannot even be damaged. In her yard, mind you. Now she's stuck. And considering her insurance situation, will never be able to sell her house because nobody's going to want to buy it. I hope you guys all have a great day. We will catch you manana here at Mortgage Shots. I hope this helps. Hey, listen, loan officers, there is a better way to do things. It's through crowdsourcing, working together, finding the greatest products, the greatest rates. Reach out to us. We'd love to have a conversation with you about, well, navigating the waters that are in front of us. You know, honestly, it's not that hard with the right plan and the right infrastructure. Fill out the information down below.